Well, you guys, I have something for you today. Yesterday, if you follow my story, on Tuesdays are call days, okay? Normally I have a warrior council call, but we didn't have it because we're meeting this week. But we did have a warrior women launch call. And like I said in my story, in case you guys don't know, if you didn't follow, maybe when you're watching this, it's already gone, is that guess what? They are going to open warrior women to everybody. Not to everybody, but they're going to open it up. I don't know how. Okay, right now it's only for the coaches, but I'll give you guys all the details. But anyway, yesterday's lesson was so powerful. And the lesson was scarcity and poverty. Now, when you see those two words, you might be thinking like, oh, that means like you don't have money. No. That's part of it, right? But he was talking yesterday, Garrett gave us a lesson on what it looks like to live in scarcity and in poverty and the consequences of it. So hold on to your seats. I am going to share as I walk Luna on my walk and talk. Okay. I don't know. Do you guys like, for those of you guys who are on here live, do you guys like these walk and talks? Part of me is like, this is great because I can like really think when I'm walking. But anyway, so yesterday when he was going off, he started talking to us about how we live out, most of us human beings live our life in scarcity and poverty and the consequences of that. So let me explain. As he was sharing yesterday, he was talking to us. He went through this whole thing about the Bible. I don't really know much about the Bible, but he was talking to us about how when, Adam and Eve, when they were, here on earth, and Adam, they were naked. And you guys don't quote me on this, okay? Because I don't remember exactly, but he was talking to us about how when the first time Adam felt shame about being naked, and he started covering himself, because for the first time he was like aware that he was naked. And he started to share with us he turned it into today, right? And that is how a lot of us, many times, we are walking around earth, or we are, walking and living our lives with a lot of shame, with a lot of guilt, with a lot of scarcity, and a lot of poverty mindset. And when we are looking at our lives from the lens, or we're living our lives from the lens of feeling shame, and you have a lot of scarcity, like, I don't know. And scarcity, let me first define that, okay? It's not talking about just not having money. It's not talking about just like being poor, as far as your finances. It's way more than that. It's about you living scarcity, thinking that there isn't enough for everybody, that you're not enough, okay? That you're not enough, that you don't have what it takes to succeed, that you don't have what it takes to be a great leader, that you don't have what it takes to accomplish and achieve your goals. That kind of scarcity. When we are living in that kind, or you know what? Here's the other thing. It might not even be that you don't think you can. It might be that you are surrounded by a lot of people that don't believe what you believe, and therefore start to make you wrong. One of the ladies yesterday was talking about how when she was walking with her mom, her mom was telling her, she's like, so-and-so, your lives, they're so great, but do you have to show off your nails and your ring? And all of us on the call, we were like, why would your mom say that? The reason being is because her mom lives in a different world. And when we start to go after what we want, a lot of the times what will happen is that the people that know us will start to get uncomfortable. The people that know us start to feel uncomfortable with who and how you are being. Therefore, you're going to start to doubt what you're going after. So yesterday, Gary was talking to us about how when we live in this mindset of scarcity, we start to have these consequences. Number one, we start to hide. We start to withdraw. We start to hide from the world, hide from society, and worse yet, hide from ourselves. And when we have this type of scarcity mindset, the consequence of hiding and completely disconnecting yourself from society, from people, from things, is going to start to, number two, have you start to withdraw. Okay? And when you start to, hold on a second. Luna! Hey! Sorry. My dog is like barking at another dog. But when you start to think about all the things that you're holding yourself back, and you have a lot of scarcity, like, oh, should I not do that? I don't know if I can. And you start to doubt yourself, and you start to withdraw, you start to disconnect, and you start to divorce yourself from people. When he was talking about this yesterday, you guys, I was like, oh my gosh. So I'm going to tell you how I related it to myself, okay? I'm going to be vulnerable. Well, when am I not, right? I started to think about, I was telling the ladies, because we go into this breakout group. So by the way, if you're just logging in, he is going to open up this warrior launch call to, I think, everybody who has the app. I'm not too sure, but I'll tell you guys about that later. Because I feel like a lot of us women can definitely benefit from this, because all the premise of this call on Tuesday at 2:30 California time, it's all about teaching us to live the warrior way. And the warrior way is about living the truth and having it all, and going after the impossible game of life, which is having it all in your body, your being, your spirituality, okay, your relationships, and your business. That's why it's called the impossible game. But anyway, as he was talking about this, I started to think. So I'm going to share with you guys what I took away from it, and I encourage you to think about this for yourselves. Okay? I'm not just sharing this with you just for you to know about me. I'm sharing this story with you so that you can start to think about it for yourself. So again, scarcity and poverty. Okay? The consequences of that, meaning like you withdrawing, you disconnecting, you start to divorce yourself, you start to divorce yourself from relationships, from people. And as I was thinking about this, I was thinking, you know what? It's so freaking true, because I know, for example, I see Raquel on here, a woman like Raquel, or a woman like myself, that, or a woman like you, okay, that you know you got a lot to give this world. You know you have a lot of potential. You know you are gifted. You know God blessed you with so many gifts. But what ends up happening is, because we are not, because I have not been in the right environments, because I have not really allowed myself to tap into all the gifts that God has given me, a lot of the times, you guys, I feel shame, I feel embarrassment, and I feel like a sense of like, almost like guilt. And what I mean by that is I feel a shame and embarrassment of guilt, because I think like, man, you know, humbly, okay, I'm pretty intelligent. I can accomplish a lot. So why am I living life in so much scarcity and so much poverty mindset? Why do I feel so much fear? Why do I feel so much doubt? Me, okay? I started thinking like, and so as we were sharing with the women, we were talking about how this poverty mindset and this scarcity mindset, the consequences are so common to so many people. And that is that when we're sitting in that space and we start to withdraw, to disconnect, what ends up happening is we start to pull ourselves away from the things that really matter. And now a lot of times what that will lead into is depression. Well, what that will lead you into is going down a spiral of like, shit, how do I get myself out of this? We start gaining weight. We start not taking care of ourselves. We start putting everybody else first before us. And I'm going to tell you my personal perspective of why a lot of the times we do that is because we put ourselves last, because it's a way for us to cover and shield ourselves from the person we know we can be and we should be. And when you know, like, see, here's the thing. You don't know what you don't know. It's sometimes how they say ignorance is a bliss. Well, maybe, because what happens is if you don't know that you have potential, you don't know, or you're not aware of how gifted and talented you are, well, then you're like just cruising around life. But here's the thing. When you know, yes, girl. Yes. Oh my gosh, Raquel. Yes. Okay, I'm going to tap into what she just said. Let me just finish this thought real quick. When you don't know that you can accomplish big things because maybe you've never have, it's almost like you give yourself an out of living a comfortable, mediocre life. Mediocre meaning like not living to your full potential, right? But when you know, and you know that you are talented, you know that you have so much to give this earth, you know that you can accomplish great things, maybe because you have accomplished great things, right? But when you know that there's no going back. There is no going back. Once you know that you can accomplish great things and you are not tapping into that, there is a sense of like, almost a little sense of like depression with your soul. There's almost a way of like, my gosh, why am I cutting myself short on this earth? Why am I not giving it my all? Okay, and I love what Raquel said right now. She said, I downgrade my potentials because I feel like because of what people will say. And that's exactly what this lady yesterday was talking about. Yes, and that is that so many times what ends up happening. So in this warrior call that I was in yesterday, you know, the ladies were talking about how so many times we don't go after big things because it makes people around us uncomfortable. We don't go after big things because, like I said, the consequences, if you guys just logged in, the scarcity and poverty comes with consequences of disconnect, withdrawal, divorce, etc. And a lot of the times what ends up happening is we don't want to play full out because we know intuitively, we know that is going to disconnect us from a lot of people in our lives. And that pain we don't want to feel. But here's the thing, you guys, nothing great is going to happen by you staying where you're at. And a lot of times when you go, not a lot of times, always when you elevate to another level, the people that are with you now, ready, will not be with you when you're at another level. And it's not because you think that you're all that. And it's not because you got a big ego. Maybe that could be part of it, okay? But a lot of the times you could be the same person. You could be completely like the same human being, still loving and caring. But because you elevated your standards, you elevated your game, you elevated your goals, you elevated your life, the people that were with you back in when you were down here, okay, are going to feel very uncomfortable about themselves. It has absolutely nothing to do with you. You are just making them so aware and so uncomfortable as to where they're at and how they are living their life. So yesterday, Garrett was like going off, telling us like, get ready, ladies, because, he's training us on how to teach the warrior way, okay? And he was telling us, get ready. Because as you start to take on this game, as you start to really elevate your life, and as you start to go after the impossible game, get ready. People are going to come at you. People are going to hate you, hate at you, okay? People are going to say things about you and things to you behind and in front. Your social media is going to start blasting. Oh my gosh, who do you think you are? And all this stuff. He told us, get ready. Get ready. And as he was talking, I got to tell you, okay, my heart started palpitating because I've been there. Okay, I'm going to share something with you guys that, I'm sure a lot of people that have achieved any kind of success have experienced this. And that is that any time that I have achieved some type of success and have elevated my life in any way, shape, or form, I have lost relationships. I have lost connection with certain people. And I have been judged by people, okay? And that does not feel good, okay? I was telling somebody the other day that one of the things I don't like about my dad is also the thing I admire about my dad. And that is that my dad really doesn't care, okay? Now, if you guys know my parents, they're very successful. My dad has achieved a very high level in the company of Herbalife, okay? You don't get to those levels by always caring what everybody's thinking and saying. Okay, you don't get to those levels. You don't get to have a big life pleasing everybody around you. And that is what a lot of times stops a lot of us. Es el que dirán. Es el que van a pensar de mí. Que van a decir de mí. And those kinds of things really limit us. So I was telling somebody, I'm like, I really don't like this about my dad. That he don't give a shit. Okay? He don't give a shit. Now, I don't like that about him. And I admire that about him. That he don't give a shit. He goes after what he wants. He, if he has a goal, he goes after it. If he has a dream and if he has a plan, he goes after it. And nobody changes his plans. Okay? Trust me. I've tried. Okay? And that thing that I don't like about him is also the thing that I admire about him. Because I'm like, and here's the thing. Why don't we like it? Because deep inside, we kind of wish we were the same. Deep inside, we kind of wish that we had the balls or the ovaries, right, to go after really what we want. But what ends up happening is people start making comments and now we start doubting. People start saying things and now we start doubting. And I got to tell you, I have been so blessed, okay? Because I will tell you that most of my friends, with the exception of one, but he came around, okay, never criticized me for going after what I want. You know, one of my best friends, Xochitl, maybe I'll do a live with her. I'm going to be staying with her on Thursday night. And she's always been one of my biggest cheerleaders. She doesn't know what the hell I'm doing, you guys, but she's always like, that's just great, Karla. Right? Like, I was going to Landmark and staying with her every single weekend when I was going down there, and I'll be like, come with me. She's like, no, tú corre de y ven y platícame todo de lo que aprendiste. She's like, you go and do it and come and tell me what you learned. I'm like, Xochitl, come with me. No, tú corre de, and you come back and teach me. Right? She was always so like supportive. When I did my bikini competition, she would always be like, don't eat that. Don't eat that. Karla, drink your water. Like, she was and has been, oh, it makes me emotional, one of my biggest cheerleaders. Okay? And I don't talk to her very often. I don't see her that often. I'm going to see her a lot this year. But whenever I do, we pick up right where we left off. So I encourage you to find someone like that. Find somebody that they don't know what the hell you're doing, but they're like, whatever you're doing, you go for it, girl. You go for it. Because at the end of the day, you guys, we need people to cheer us on. Are you going to make mistakes? Abso-freaking-lutely. Are you always going to do it right? No way. But here's the thing. Like I tell Sebastian, those are never mistakes. There are lessons that are teaching us what not to do and are guiding us in the right direction. Okay? I don't say all that to him. I just tell him, okay, we're going to try again. Okay? But you're an adult, so you understand what I'm saying. So in the conversation yesterday with Scarcity and Poverty, you know, we dove in deep on what does that look like? What does it look like to live your life with total poverty mindset, scarcity mindset, feeling like I can't, feeling like we're not enough, feeling doubt, feeling disconnect, divorcing ourselves from people and disconnecting and withdrawing from everybody that matters to us, all because we feel some type of shame, some type of guilt, some type of doubt that what we're doing is not enough or that we're not enough. So I encourage you guys today, Wednesday? I'll share a lot with you guys when I'm down there, okay? Okay, I'll see if I can go live. Well, actually, I will go live when I'm over there at the Warrior headquarters. I'll walk you guys through the vicinity. It's so beautiful. And I don't know, maybe I'll get Garrett on a little glimpse of him, because he literally walks in and starts teaching. That boy does not waste time. And I've got to tell you guys, you know, when he opens it up, I will send you guys info. Go back to my story and vote on the poll so that I don't lose track of reaching out to you. Because if you guys just DM me, sometimes I'll be like, wait, what? And I forget. Okay, I'm just gonna be real. So if you vote on the poll, it'll stay, right? And I can go back, and as soon as I know how he's gonna open it up, I can reach out to you. But I think it's gonna be like, if you guys get the app, which is freaking amazing, like the stack that I do every morning. Today I was irritated again. I started the prayer stack, and then I was like, no, I don't need to pray. I need a vent. So I went and did the irritation stack again, okay? Because I was irritated at myself this time, not Sergio. And I just vented, and it just helps me walk through life more powerfully. So I think I think he's gonna do something like, if you are part of the app, you are going to be able to do part of the calls. The app, babe, it's called, I don't know if it's called Wake Up Warrior. I'm not too sure, because I'm part of the program. Wake Up Warrior I'll tag, as soon as I post this live, I will put it on the post, on the comments. I will go ahead and put all the details on there, but I don't know exactly how he's going to do it. But I do know that he is going to open the calls on Tuesday at 2:30. He's going to start opening those calls up to women. And I got to tell you, if you get on those calls, get ready, because there are no filters, okay? There are no filters on those calls, and he gives it to us, okay? But yeah, so, I'm super excited to get certified as a warrior trainer. I'm going to be able to, support a lot of women, especially, a lot of us Latinas. I mean, all women, okay? But I'm Latina, so that's all I know. A lot of us Latinas, we were raised a certain way. We have such great work ethic. We can work, and we're very giving, and we're very heartfelt, sometimes to a fault. We care a lot, sometimes to a fault. Okay, so I'm so excited to create something for us to be able to navigate 2024 together. I'm not too sure what that's going to look like. Like I said, he's going to be my mentor. He's my mentor and my coach all this year. So stay tuned. I will definitely let you guys know what that's going to look like. And if you guys want to participate, it will be so awesome to do this together. I've been teaching entrepreneurs for 20 plus years. I've been teaching entrepreneurs at USC for 10 years now, and I kind of feel like it's now time to open it up to everyone, right? Like open it up to the world, open it up to women that want to have their own business, open it up to women that really want to elevate their lives, but not just one dimensional, but elevate your lives in all 4 dimensions, which is your body, your spirituality, your relationships, and your business. De nada sirve que tengas un chingo de dinero y que estés sola, deprimida, gorda, y enferma, okay? Because I've been there. I have been there, let me tell you, okay? Y de nada sirve que estés llena de amor, okay? Pero no estés saludable, no estés fuerte, no tengas dinero para hacer las cosas que te gustan. People that say money is not important is because they don't have it. Money is very important, you guys. Your health is important. Everything is important. God gave you dominion, right? And he really gave us the ability to choose. So I'm going to invite all of us to choose to live full out. So I'll keep you guys updated. Going down there Thursday and Friday. Stay tuned. But warrior women, here we come. Have a blessed day. And from Luna to I, look at how beautiful she is. Isn't she so beautiful? She's just like, can we just walk? Look at her. Hi. Huh? She's so beautiful. Yeah, say hi. She's a boxer. All right, guys, have a blessed day, and we'll talk to you soon.